beware, beware. This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. For all my idiot friends, simulcasting means it's also being broadcasted on 4. I got friends that are bigger idiots than I am, and that's amazing to think that they're stupider than I am. But anyway, let's get on with this show. Simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting. And we're proud of being insane because these rotten bastard political son of a bitches scumbags are making us all insane. America's bi-state voice of freedom, of course. Radical radio at its finest. Yeah, well, sure it is. And we are, as always, now we're serious about this. We are proud to be, and proud to live in this great country. Country's great. It's a politician screwing it up. But we are proud, very proud to be the patriot. You know, I got a second life going here. I sit back, I mourn my situation. We all have situations we mourn. But at the end of the day, you got to get up. You got to put your pants on. Well, Kern and Spray, you got to put your dresses on and your pantyhose, you rotten bastards. But life goes on. Talk with a good friend of mine, Roger Cook, Christian man. He says, you know what? Life goes on, and it does. It's got to go on. But why does it have to go on with these rotten bastards, sleazy, greasy, good-for-nothing politicians? You know, we're on this earth for a short time. We need to enjoy it. We don't need to have these political bastards fighting us, taking from us, taking our tax money, our hard-earned tax money, and throwing it away. Life's too short. Everybody deserves a decent life. Black, white, men, women, even the damn Democrats, most of them. Some of them got a great life. Kern does. Sprague does. All these guys take. And I don't give a damn. Go take from a private corporation. Go take from A.G. Edwards. Go take from Ralston Purina. Go take from Anheuser-Busch. Those smart people over there wouldn't let you rotten, sleazy bastards take and not produce nothing. And that's what you've been doing all these years. You've been taking, and not giving nothing back. You're like political shoplifters. You son of a bitches come in the store and you take what you want and you don't pay for it. You take our hard-earned tax dollars. You take it and you don't do nothing for it. You don't earn it. You don't deserve it. You steal it, you rotten bastard son of a bitches. And I have got a second wind, and I've been all throughout the county the last 3 weeks. We're getting petitions signed for all the candidates. I hear that I scared Eddie the Gerbil Jackson out. Eddie was going to be the Democratic candidate for state representative. I am running on the Republican ballot. But I hear he told people that, hey, that Romanik, he's got friends in East St. Louis. And I know the party down there is not real happy with him anyway. So whenever a Democratic incumbent in St. Clair County gets scared out of the race, you know all the Democrats are afraid. I've talked to so many Democrats, not just in East St. Louis, but all throughout St. Clair County. I'm not using the word crossing over because that sounds negative. They're changing their way of thinking politically. They're going to vote for the person, not the party. How many of you people would go out and you know there's 2 good apples in a bag of apples and there's 15 rotten ones? You're not buying that whole bag of apples, are you? Hell no, you're not. You're going to pick the 2 good ones out and leave the rotten son of a bitches on the counter. And that's what needs to be done. That's what the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition is all about. We're for picking the person, not the party. We're for choosing the best qualified candidate. I don't give a damn. You've heard me. I don't care if it's a D behind the name or an R, other than Patty Sprague, the auditor. When you add up 2 and 2, it should be 4. But that ignorant, no-count, good-for-nothing wife of God Sprague and God Sprague, you big piece of crap, come get me, will you? Come get me. You're a big shot. Kern's a big shot. Barra Civic's a big shot. I'm a piece of crap. I'm a white piece of crap. I'm poor white trash from the housing projects. And I'm giving you bastards crap, and you're not responding year after year because you have nothing to respond. You have nothing to defend, you rotten bastards, you hypocritical pieces of political crap. People, listen to me. I put billboards up embarrassing Mark Sweet Cakes Kern. I talk about Kern, Barra Civic, Sprague, all the big, powerful hitters in St. Clair County. I'm still walking the street. I'm not afraid of them because they're nobody. They have that bully persona. But you know what happens when a bully gets challenged? People find out, hey, he's not really, that bully's not that strong. He's not that powerful. And that's what you'll find out about Sprague, Kern, Barra Civic, Mark Eckert, all these son of a bitches. It's the perception, people. Don't be convinced that these guys are smarter than we are, that they're better than we are, that they have more political power, because we have the power in our hands. The power is ours, people, all throughout St. Clair County, all throughout the state of Illinois, all throughout this great country. It's us. It's us who can dictate to the politicians. It's the masses that can dictate to the minority. And the political community is the vast minority. The voters, the voting public. We are the majority. Democrats, Republicans, Independents don't care. It's up to us who we put in the office. Don't let them buy your vote. Don't let them con your vote. At the end of the day, we can win, people. And I say we, as true Americans, to take back our country. This is a democracy. It hasn't been run like that in St. Clair County. It's been a dictatorship for the last 30, 40, 50 years. Let's take care of our housekeeping. We're going all over the block. We are America's voice of freedom. Definitely the patriot. You can call toll-free anytime. 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. I've been asked to advise everybody that the Village of Cahokia board meeting is tomorrow night, Tuesday, November the 10th. Also, I want to say happy 12th birthday to Chad Stevenson. His mother, Jessica, a beautiful lady. It's Chad's 12th birthday. I hope you have another 100, Chad. Your mother's a great lady. She fights for the cause. And again, happy birthday. Also, I hear out in Cahokia, the Knights of Columbus, and we want to salute the Knights of Columbus. They provided a building to Christina Walker. She's the nice lady who had the food pantry taken away by that no-count, greasy, sleazy son of a bitch, Curtis McCall, Jr. and Sr. But anyway, Christina Walker been donated a building. They're cleaning it up. They're going to paint it. They're going to reopen their food pantry that McCall closed back in June. The pantry's new name is going to be the Citizens Food Pantry. Said many citizens have come out to help paint and clean up. It's located at 500 Water Street, and they hope to have it up and running by Thanksgiving. So all you good people in Cahokia, you hardworking people, you people are against the Curtis McCall family, not team. Keep up the fight. Keep up the fight, people, because good people will win out. November the 14th, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. at St. John Summerfield's Pancake Breakfast. All you can eat. Kids under 5 are free. It's for the church out in Summerfield, and I want to thank all the good people at Summerfield because they've always treated us. And Mike, thank you very much for giving that information. Trivia night, November the 14th. This is sent to us by Ann, and I'm going to get this name right, Kenyinsny at 558-4910 the Friends of Hayden Hope are having a fundraiser trivia night at Honer Park Hall in Lebanon Saturday at 6:30 p.m., November the 14th. We were in Lebanon yesterday, and great people. I want to thank the great reception we got out in Lebanon, getting signatures. And, you get around and you walk up to people's doors and you talk to them. You find out most people are really decent. But, when you hang around these politicians, you get a bad taste in your mouth, and it's really not good. But anyway, they're going to have a fundraiser at 6:30 on November the 14th. Said fun, a game, silent auction. It'll go towards medicine and big girl equipment for Hayden Ann. A Lebanon 2.5-year-old born with 30% brain capacity. She is blind and has cerebral palsy. It says here she's an excellent giggler and cuddler. Tables of 8 are $150. Individuals pay $25. They've got open tables. If you have any questions or concerns, you can call Ann at 558-1099 or Jessica at 363-4117. Ann and Jessica, I'll be more than happy to take a table. I won't be able to be there, but I will donate it back. So come on by the radio station. I want to buy a table. Now, here's a nice young lady, 2.5 years old, 30% brain capacity. She's blind and has cerebral palsy. And we got problems. People, get off your ass. We don't have a damn problem in this world. This beautiful young lady has a problem. We don't have problems. We've got situations. We've got political situations that we can take care of. Poor little Hayden Ann, I don't know if her problem can be taken care of. Let's be thankful. Let's be thankful that we can help people other than we need help. So, Ann and Jessica, please stop by. I'll have a check for you. And I challenge everybody else. They can help this lady out. Beautiful 2.5-year-old lady. Blind, has cerebral palsy. No fault of her own. 30% brain capacity. And I'll tell all of you, friends, enemies, and I'm running for election, but I don't give a damn. You got a problem? Kiss my ass. You ain't got a problem. You got a situation. A situation is easy to handle. A problem like Hayden Ann, that's a problem that's difficult. She's got a fight on her hands, and we think we've got it rough. Girl Scout Troop 581, the commander, Ken Strickland. They're going to be serving the veterans sausage and pancake dinner, or breakfast, on November the 11th at 9 o'clock a.m. Ceremony start at 11 a.m. at the American Legion Post 485, located at 200 South 5th Street in Dupo. Everything's free. Girl Scout Troop 581, we salute you for honoring our great military heroes. Millstock Community Blood Drive, Thursday, November the 12th from 4 to 8 p.m. It'll be located at the multi-purpose room at 211 West Mill Street in Millstadt. It's sponsored by the Millstadt Consolidated School District. St. Wenceslaus Parish, Saturday, November the 7th. Well, that's over. Never mind. The Staunton, Illinois Sportsman's Club will hold its meat shoot at their club grounds on Sunday, November the 15th, starting at 1 o'clock p.m. Proceeds go to the Conservation and Outdoor Sports Program. For more information and directions, contact Bozo. I didn't know. Hey, Mark Kern, again, you must be. I know you hang up there in Calhoun County, your $1 million hunting lodge. You wouldn't build it in St. Clair County because you rotten bastard. You've raised our taxes so high. Oh, and by the way, how many black residents live in Calhoun County? You no-count bastard. You'll go down to East St. Louis, give them a couple grand, and act like you're somebody, you and that skanky-ass, hairy-ass old lady of yours. You no-good pieces of crap. But anyway, you can contact Bozo at 618-635-8337 or 618-315-5061. The O'Fallon Veterans Day celebration will be held at the Monument Wednesday. That's this Wednesday, November the 11th at 11 a.m. It's located at 737 East Wesley Drive, just north of the O'Fallon Public Safety Building. Guest speaker will be Major General David Clarkson. He's the Chief of Staff. If there's bad weather, it'll be held at the First Baptist Church in O'Fallon. For any information, you can contact 618-632-3204. St. Clair Lodge number 24, the Wertzmart and Country Store. Next Sunday, November the 15th, serving a buffet style from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Adults $11, children $5. It's given by the Masonic Organization of the Temple. Guys do a great job. Keep up the good work. The Polish-American War Vets, our buddies out in Caseyville, their annual turkey shoot, Sunday, November the 15th. From noon till whenever. Any questions or concerns, you can contact the great people at the Polish-American War Vets. They're located at 2180 North 81st Street in Caseyville, Illinois. Telephone number 618-398-5040. The AmVets Post 51, Granite City, located at 5100 Lakeview Drive. They have their meat shoot until November the 22nd. They're up and going every Sunday from noon till dusk. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper of Radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com. One word, common spelling. You can like us on Facebook at KQQZ 1190 AM or our sister station, KZQZ 1430 AM. You can also hear my repeat performance every day, Monday through Friday. At the stroke of midnight, I'll be broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift. On this date, November the 9th, 1799, Napoleon Bonaparte became dictator of France. Well, who gives a damn? On this date, November the 9th, 1906, President Roosevelt became the first president to officially visit countries outside the United States. Again, who gives a damn? November the 9th, 1926, the first dance course for college credit was offered at the University of Wisconsin, and I believe Mark Sweet Cakes Kern was probably in the class. You ignorant, stupid son of a bitch. Hey, get your pantyhose on and get your ass down to the radio station, you piece of crap. I want to talk to you about your gifts from the heart. I got something to give you, and it ain't from my heart. It's from my midsection, you no-good son of a bitch. On this date, November the 9th, 1944, Red Cross won the Nobel Peace Prize. On this date, a great date, November the 9th, 1955, the National Child Safety Council was founded. On this date, November the 9th, 1989, the Berlin Wall came down after 28 years of separating the German city. On this date, November the 9th, 1998, capital punishment was completely abolished for all capital offenses in the United Kingdom. That's what happened on this date, November the 9th, throughout all these years in our world's history. I was in Mascouda yesterday, went to their Wertzmart. Great people. And I want to say hi to Harold Knauf Sr. Harold Knauf Sr., great guy, very, very nice. Met him there. Also, Tom and Kathy LaQuette, they're a singing duo. They tell me they're really good. One day I'll give you guys a number and maybe you can get a hold of Tom and Kathy LaQuette. But thank you for the hospitality. Curtis and Bonnie Condon. Curtis and Bonnie Condon from Mascouda. And also Danny Krass. I'm sorry. Let me get this right. I told the man I'd get his name right. It's Kraus, Danny Kraus, the owner of Southside Auto Body in Mascouda. He got a Z at the end of his name. I ain't German. I call it Krantz. What the hell do I know? If you people think that I'm going to pronounce things right, you better go to KMOX because I ain't going to do it. But Danny Kraus, thank you very much. He's a supporter of ours, a great guy, Southside Auto Body in Mascouda. Met him there, talked with him. Tina Lawrence, met her at the Wood River Bakery. Great lady, appreciate that. And also, Ivan, the crazy Russian. I don't know where Ivan comes from, but Ivan's crazier than I am. And Don Meyer, he's an ex-upholsterer guy. I have so many people come up to me. Take the time to come up and talk, and I want to tell you, it's very humbling. And remember, I'm not what I hate, a big shot. I'm one of us. I just happen to be the one on the air. Let's work together, people. Gifts from the heart. This no-count, low-life, good-for-nothing, son of a bitch, Sweet Cakes Kern. He was on KMOX today, called in at 8:57, telling everyone to give him toys. Now here, that's these bastards. They're going to go at Thanksgiving. They're going to go at Christmas. They're going to see the newspaper there, the photographer. They're going to take a fork. They're going to slap a piece of turkey on some needy person's plate. And then when the cameras leave, those son of a bitches are leaving. But I got to ask you, Kern, the millions of dollars you got, I don't hear you on our station donating money. Hey, I challenge you, Kern. If you'll donate $10,000, I'll donate $10,000 to that very, very unfortunate child in Lebanon. I'm calling you out, you rotten bastard, you rich son of a bitch. $10,000. I can't find it now, but I will. Kern, you're such a big shot with other people's money, you rotten bastard. They have this gifts from the heart. People will come out and pay homage to him and his hairy-ass, stanky-ass, skanky-ass old lady, and they'll bring $20 or they'll bring a present. And then these two hunky son of a bitches will go down to the proud black community and pass them out like they did something. Do something with your money, Kern. Do something with your money, you rotten bastard son of a bitch. Now, I can't even find that, but hold on a second. It just pisses. Here we go. Hayden Ann, 2.5-year-old, born with 30% brain capacity. She's blind and has cerebral palsy, but she's an excellent giggler and cuddler. They're having a fundraiser for her, and they're going to make some money, and I salute everybody in Lebanon. Kern, Mark Kern, let's put politics aside. I'll donate $10,000 in memory of my son. Will you donate $10,000? I'll match every penny. I don't give a damn if it's $100,000. And if I say it on the air, I have to do it. I'll match you, Mark Sweetcakes. Kern, do something. Have a gift out of your pocket, not everybody else's pocket. See, people, doesn't that piss you off? These no good son of a bitches want to play with everybody else's money, want to act like they're big shots. I don't want to be a big shot. I want to make a difference. If I make a friend along the way, fine. Kern, let's put politics aside for this poor little gal in Lebanon. Let's put politics aside. I'll call you sir when you call up. You donate $10,000, $20,000 of your money, not your campaign money, and I'll match it. I promise you that. Hold on. Situation at the courthouse still going at some point in time. As soon as we get clearance, we're going to let you know about all. You know, they're not only screwing us, they're screwing each other. I mean, they're literally screwing each other at the courthouse. They're screwing us out of our money. But they're literally screwing each other. Hey, you cheap son of a bitches, get a hotel room. These no good son of a bitches. And I got my buddy come in and cough. The show's bad enough, but he's going to sit there and cough while I'm trying to talk. I mean, people just killing me. Says, just heads up. One of Herbie Simmons' sons is a volunteer firefighter in Cahokia. Hey, I wonder if it's Jason Simmons. You know the one I'm talking about. The one that burnt down, pled guilty to burning down the school. Now he's a public safety director. I want to know. I don't know if Jason, if you know a lot about fighting fires or starting fires. I don't know. It's just a question. And Herb Simmons, you piece of crap, you unqualified son of a bitch. He's all up Kern's ass, makes $90,000 a year ahead of the 911. Some bitch can't even spell 911. American Legion Post, 1937, their first annual holiday meat raffle, November the 17th at TR's place, 4901 Concordia Church Roads. No guns needed. What the hell, you going to shoot with your fingers? Hey, you can call Commander Jim Forbes, a great guy out at the American Legion Post, 1937. You can contact him at 618-409-1212 for any information. Hey, I guess we don't have to take a break, but we're going to take a break because my throat hurts. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about Kern. We're going to talk about Brendan Kelly. We talk about these bastards try to throw a guy under the bus that was the head of probation, Mike Bittner, a decent guy, over all this crap in St. Clair County at the probation department. They forget, red on the noodle like a pecker on a poodle, John Barasivic, the chief judge. He's responsible. He heads the probation department. Nobody thinks about that. We're going to talk about that. You can give me a call, toll free, 1-888-394-1430 on the east side, 394-1190. Let's take a caller before we go to break. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Yeah, Bob. This is Mary Petrie. I'm calling for my nephew. I'm so mad. I'm just burning up. But I hope you get elected. I seen that Mark Eckert on the news on Channel 5 Saturday night. There he is drinking wine and art on the square, and he's ruined my nephew's life. A third generation business. is ruined, and he sits there making over $100,000 a year, full benefits, and then he gets his wife a flower shop and gets a hold of the alderman and gets everything his way, and it just burns me up. He's sitting there smiling, and everything's hunky-dory, and he's ruined my nephew's business and ruined his life, a third-generation business. And it's just a shame what these politicians do and get away with. And I hope that the St. Clair County Coalition, I hope he's just straightened. I hope that you get rid of all these crooked politicians and send them home and let them sit there on their big retirement. And I'm just so mad, Bob.
I know you are. Hey, Mary. Mary's 87-year-old lady fighting the cause. Mary, don't have a heart attack because these bastards aren't worth it. We'll be back right after this break. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM simulcasting, repeating for you idiot friends of mine out there, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio. And we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. Speaking about Veterans Day, it's coming up Wednesday. I will not be on the air. I'm going to have, we should probably do this every day. It'd be a lot better show. We're going to have an hour of our great military music, honoring all of our military heroes, past, present, and future. So we'll be doing that from 10 to 11 on Wednesday. And you can also hear our great military tribute every Saturday at noon on KZQZ 1430 AM, and on Sunday we repeat it on KQQZ 1190 AM at 11 o'clock AM. That's what we think of this great country of ours. That's what we think of our proud military heroes. And we've got a friend here real quick, but I want to thank everybody. And if you want to keep calling, you can. Everybody's calling in saying how good KQQZ 1190 AM sounds, how strong, how clear it is. We appreciate all the calls. It's up and going stronger than ever. And again, we want to thank you guys. But if for some reason you can't pick it up in your area as good on my show on 1190 KQQZ, flip it over to KZQZ 1430 AM. And we do have the best in the golden oldies. And they kind of go side and side, the old classic country and the golden oldies. I like a little bit of both, and maybe you guys will too. With me, it's always an honor and a privilege. One of my best friends. He's the trustee for the radio stations here. He's a great attorney out of Belleville, Mr. Dennis Watkins. Denny, how the hell you doing?
Well, thanks, Bob. I'm doing great. You're a hard act to follow. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, that's it.
As is my brother.
That's what my ex-wife said.
I want to take the opportunity, because Veterans Day is coming up Wednesday. You knew my father. You grew up in our house almost. And
Big John Watkins, a great military man, a great father, and it was an honor and a privilege to have known him, Denny. I really mean that.
I appreciate that. He served 27 and a half years in the United States Army and Reserves, and he was the commander at the Reserve Unit here in Belleville at the end of his career. Held every rank from private to light colonel, served in Korea and in the South Pacific during World War II. And my family, my brothers, and my extended family, we're all proud of him. He passed away 4.5 years ago, and we're proud of all the people that serve in the military. And I remember a time when I talked to him, I said, Dad, there's really a good movie on, because I like to talk about the war with him. And Saving Private Ryan had just come out, and I thought how powerful it was and interesting. And I said, you really need to watch that. And he said, Dennis, I can't watch it. He said, I lived it. And, we got to keep in mind what our veterans have to go through when they're in combat, and do something for them when they get back here, not just pay them, homage by voicing things. We need to work for them and do things for them and help them, because they do such great service to our country. The other thing I wanted to say, I had an opportunity to talk to a young lady, Heather Westcoat Dabler, who's a big fan of your show. She is running for state's attorney in Monroe County.
All right.
And she wants to come on the show sometime. And I just want to give a shout out to her and tell her that I'm, if I could vote for her, I would, but I'm going to tell my friends in that county to vote for her. And she's a very talented attorney and will do a good job. And with that thought in mind, I'm asking everybody out there, friends, family, whoever I talk to, get out and register to vote and then vote. That's something that's a gift that is given to us. It's very dear to my heart. I try and make every election. I know that you think the same way, Bob, and that's the only way to voice your opinion about these politicians. And if you don't agree with what they're doing, I don't want to hear anybody that says, well, I don't like what they're doing. The first question you ought to ask, are you registered to vote? Did you vote in the last election? That's what people need to do. And I know Roger's here today. He'd tell you the same thing. Get out, get registered. It requires some effort and some ambition, but get registered and get out and vote in that next election. We can overcome all this. Thanks for the time, Bob.
All right, really Dennis Watkin, my good friend, trustee for the radio station, a great attorney in Belleville, St. Clair County, and ex-assistant state's attorney. Denny, thank you very much. And your pop was a great man, a friend of mine, and it was an honor and a privilege to know him. And even though I don't know the rest of the vets throughout this country, or a lot of them, it would be an honor and a privilege to know each of them, because these guys, even if they didn't get killed in these wars, people, they were gone for a year or two or three or four. And you know what it did to a lot of these guys psychologically? You got to walk in their shoes. And what pisses me off is this great country of ours. Now, they're having a Golden Corral, free lunch for the veterans. They're having a Veterans Day sale at Rothman Furniture. You get one couch, you buy another one out of honor for the veterans. Let's don't honor these veterans, these proud military heroes one day. Let's honor them every day. Let's don't honor them. Let's don't honor them with a free dinner. And it's nice that people do that. Go out. They'll honor them for a free dinner. They're not begging for a free dinner on November the 11th. They want what they deserve, their rights, the medical rights, the financial rights that they deserve, giving part of their life. Some of them giving all of their lives for this country. And we can't take care of our veterans 365 days a year. These politicians in Washington, they can put money and they can take it over to Russia. They can take it over to Iraq. They can take it to Iran. And as soon as we hand them the money, we turn our back to leave and they flip us off. I say, let's take care of our poor, our hungry, our veterans. And then if there's anything left, let's don't be greedy. Let's give it. Let's give it to the foreign countries. Let's give it to the people that need it. But let's take care of the Americans first. That's the problem. We forget how good we have it, and more so than that, we forget why we've had it so good. And it's because of our brave military heroes. Again, it just pisses me off when people want to take advantage of the November the 11th. I'm surprised Kern hasn't have a big thing coming up, because this no good son of a bitch, it's gifts from the heart. People of St. Clair County, this no good son of a bitch, Mark Kern, has a fundraiser. You either have to bring, and you get to talk to him now. That's the prize. You get to talk to him and that hairy-ass old lady of his. Don't shake her hand, because you'll be picking hair out of your hand. But you got to give them $20 an unwrapped gift. Unwrapped. They won't even take the time to spend the money to get the wrapping. But then they'll go down to East St. Louis like there's some really, really nice people, and they'll hand out, here, poor little black kid, here's the toy from the Kearns. I'm the county board chairman. Here, my wife over here. That ain't Magilla Gorilla. That's my wife. Don't say anything how bad she looks. But these son of a bitches, they'll go down at Christmas. They'll go down at Thanksgiving. Then you won't see them again. How disrespectful is that? Not just to the black community, but the entire community, the community of people that need. You have to beg for something in America, but you go down there and here'll be sweet cakes. Here'll be the Sasquatch, his hairy, skanky wife. Here'll be God Sprague. Bear Civic will probably come by. And see, they're the kings. They're the savior of the needy, of the helpless, of the homeless, because they're going to give you a slab of turkey. They're going to give you a $20 present that everybody else donated to them. They're going to do all this. How disrespectful. I would say, Kern, keep your damn presence. The proud people of East St. Louis, they're proud. They're needy, but they're proud. They're not beggars. In the white community all throughout St. Clair County, I was poor white trash. I was needy. I wasn't going to beg, but that's what these son of a bitches do. Why wouldn't he get all these presents and just drop them off? It'll be a big spectacle. He'll be there. The news media will be there. He's not doing that for the proud people of East St. Louis. He's doing that for his political motives. You know that. I know that. He knows that. It's been going on. How egregious when you can take somebody that's needy and they give not from their heart. That's what pisses me off more than anything. It's billed as gifts from the heart benefit. It's gifts from the ballot box for Mark's Sweet Cakes, Kern. And Kern, if you think anybody thinks any different, you're stupid as you look. Everybody knows what you've done. You throw $5,000, $10,000 out to the NAACP, and then the guy you hang with, Bear Civic, calls every black man Rufus. You heard what they said about you, blowjob Bear Civic. I had a proud black lady call. She says if you call them Aunt Jemima when you're down there, she's going to put her black Jemima foot up your white hunky ass. That was said by a proud black lady. They're not going to take that crap. You guys, it's not the plantation down there. I know the boys in Belleville think it is, but I think the proud black community this next election, they're going to understand what's going on, and they're going to take care. They're going to take care of business. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and talk about Brendan Kelly. Brendan Kelly's casting a bad light on the state troopers, and most of these troopers are great guys. The same thing he's talking about the troopers. He's not talking about Rick Stone. He's not talking about his people. You know, they never want to do anything to their people. They always want to do it to everybody else. We'll be back. We'll discuss that right after this break. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian, and always will be your guardian of the First Amendment. Radical Radio, and we are very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQC 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud to be the Patriot. There was something in the newspaper. I can't read all of it because there's some garbage on it because I picked the newspaper up. I am fairly cheap, but I'm not buying this piece of crap. But anyway, some idiot that's probably got a sheep or a goat in their backyard trying to blame Second Ward Alderman Mike Bittner. They talk about the development that he's against out there at the Shrine, and I applaud him for that because that's going to destroy all the small businesses in Belleville. But even more than that, it says this guy who supervised a probation officer who was selling drugs for years, and Bittner didn't know about it. Well, hey, you idiot, whoever sound off, and I hate it when somebody don't put their name to what they say. Chief Judge John Red on the noodle like a pecker on a poodle, that no good son of a bitch running for re-election because he can't win for retention. That son of a bitch is the head of the probation department. And I guess he didn't know about it. I think he did know about it. I think Bittner is a decent guy. And you guys want to flip the script? That's what's wrong, people. These guys do all this crap. They do all this crap and they want to flip the script and blame somebody else. Hey, and by the way, Heinz Rudolph, he's circulating his petitions for judge. Now, there's 3 openings, and there's going to be 4, unless I've scared him out of the race like I scared Eddie the Gerbil Jackson. He's circulating petitions down in East St. Louis. Now, if the Democrats always support their incumbents, why is Heinz Rudolph, an associate judge, having petitions circulated? I would think, my personal opinion, is the Chief Judge, John Red on the noodle like a pecker on a poodle, because Heinz is his boy, has told Heinz to go ahead and circulate petitions. Heinz Rudolph, an associate judge, would not do it on his own because he'd have the same fate that Lenina Kaysen had. He'd be out of a job. I think they're going to sell out Judge Lachine, a lifelong Democrat. But I've told you before, these son of a bitches eat their own. Having said that, there's an article where the state troopers, there's a few of them that have, this is coming from Brendan Kelly, and I have to say, I like Brendan Kelly. I think he's an honorable man. He's just playing with the wrong crowd, and he gets caught up in these situations. But anyway, Brendan says there's some troopers that have credibility issues. You've got judges up at the courthouse. You've got elected officials that have credibility issues too, Brendan. Why don't you address all of it? Don't be so disingenuous. If you're going to take care of credibility issues, let's start at your house, the courthouse, and let's move from there. I think it's asinine that you're going to throw the state police under the bus because a few people you say have credibility issues. You say one trooper did this, another trooper did that. Again, Brendan, you need to clean up the courthouse. I'm not pimping for the troopers. I think the state troopers are a bunch of great guys. Now, there may be a couple bad apples. There's bad apples in the priesthood. There's bad apples. Well, there's a whole bunch of bad apples in government. There's bad apples all over. But you don't throw the whole Illinois State Police under the bus. Then you say there's credibility issues. And then now he's really pissed off. He says that one of the troopers stopped somebody and didn't give him a ticket. Didn't give him a ticket. Now, maybe the trooper thought this guy deserves a second chance. You give Rick Stone 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 chances. You talk about the credibility issue. Brendan Kelly, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And I do respect Brendan Kelly. I don't give him a nickname. The few people that I respect that I think that are trying to do a good job, but they can't because of the culture of corruption in St. Clair County. But Brendan, you didn't do anything to Rick Stone. There's been 4 or 5 different situations at the courthouse. You didn't worry about the credibility issue of Barra Civic, of some of the judges. You didn't worry about the credibility issue of some of your assistant state's attorneys that were dealing with the DUI lawyer. You didn't worry about the credibility in your office. You don't worry about the credibility at the county board chairman's office when it was said right here to Jerry Nichols that the federal government had him wired to go up and talk to St. Clair County Board Chairman Mark Sweet Cakes Kern. You didn't address that credibility issue, did you? But you're going to address this? Brendan Kelly, you and the Democratic organization of St. Clair County, you guys are the last ones, I mean the last ones to talk about a credibility issue, and you know that, and the good people of St. Clair County know it. But people, that's how hypocritical these political bastards are. They tell you, do as I say, But don't ever, I'm giving you this advice, don't ever do what they do because you'll have your ass in jail. Of course, they're above the laws. They're above all the laws. We've known that for 20, 30, 40 years. But I honestly think the perfect storm is coming in 2016. I know they're not happy. The culture of corruption is not happy with the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition because we've exposed them time after time after time. And we're going to continue. There's a year off, people, before the election, not just in St. Clair County, Madison County, Monroe County, all throughout this great country. Understand what's going on. Research what I say. And at the end of the day, these bums, these incumbent bums, and people all over telling me, Bob, I'm voting whoever's running against the incumbents because the incumbents have had time, more than enough time to straighten out these problems. And they don't get any better. They get worse. They don't get any better. In closing, sweet cakes, you rotten bastard. This poor little lady, Hayden Ann, the Lebanon girl, 2.5 years old, born with 30% brain capacity. She's blind, has cerebral palsy. But the people there, Anna and Jessica, says she's an excellent giggler and cuddler. Kern, you piece of crap. Don't get money to give money. Pull money out of your pocket. And I challenge you, Kern. Don't take gifts from the heart. Whatever you send down to East St. Louis, I'll send down to East St. Louis. But I don't need to be down there giving them that money, and neither do you. But you'll be down there giving the presents that people have given you. What a no-count piece of crap you are. But again, I'm challenging you, Brendan. I'm challenging you, Mark Sweetcakes Kern. I'll donate $10,000 if you will. Not your campaign money, but your personal money. Get out of your pocket, Kern. I don't even know this lady, this little girl in Lebanon, or her family. I feel for them. She's got a problem. We've got situations. Kern, let's me and you make Hayden Ann's life a little bit better. Give me a call, Kern, and I'll thank you and congratulate you for being a stand-up man and doing something for someone in the community with your money, not everybody else's. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow, same time, same place. We're going to, and we are, day in and day out, we are going to expose these no-count, rotten, bastard, political, parasitical punks that we call politicians, these scum of the earth, pieces of crap. And I want to apologize to the pieces of crap who aren't as bad as these politicians. But people, hear me. They're not better than we are. They're not stronger than we are. They're not more powerful than we are. They have more money than we have because they stole all our money. But let's continue, people, to understand where this country's going, what direction we're headed if we don't stop it. It's a train, a runaway train. It's not going fast enough that we can't stop it. Don't be apathetic. Get out, register, vote. Understand your candidates. We can change this system before it destroys us. So let's unite. Let's work together to expose, to drag. And you know every day what I say, and I mean it. I'd like to say it another way. Don't want to go to jail. But let's destroy all of these no-count rotten bastards that are hurting our family day in and day out, year in and year out. We have less and less every year because of these son of a bitches. So let's unite and destroy them. Politically, of course. Get tired of saying that crap, but I got to, or go to jail. Politically, of course. Right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha.
The Patriot.
Your First Amendment and All-American station. A division of Insane Broadcasting. Renegade Radio.